Alright, family, so y'all want to know the truth about wholesaling vacant land in 2025, right? So I'm gonna break it down for y'all. It is not the same as it used to be in 2020, meaning it was sweet even last year. Things were moving way quicker than they were this year, right? But it's not to say that it does not work. It still works. We're still wholesaling land and we're still flipping land, right? So we notice from our numbers that we actually are doing better when we take down the deal and add some type of value to it. So we started to pivot our strategy to find these markets where we're able to find these lots and either split them, either do a survey, clear the lot, do a report where there's no wetlands, a DEP report, or some type of value add to the land, right? And this is on a small scale. You can do this on a bigger scale, which gets into land entitlements and development, which is something that I'm learning as well. But when it comes to infill lots and builders in 2025, from my experience, a lot of them are slowing down. So as a business owner in any endeavor, you need to understand when to pivot and when to learn different exit strategies. So I've been speaking about this since 2024, where we were doing, let's say, 20 wholesale deals. And the amount of money we made on those 20 wholesale deals, we probably did maybe 3 or 4 flips and made the same amount. So what's the difference? When we're wholesaling, we're flipping the contract. We're finding a buyer, we're finding a seller. We're getting a contract signed with the seller, for example, at 60. Our buyer told us they could pay 70. So we send them an assignment at 70. We make what's in the middle, which is 10 grand, right? And you don't have to put your own money in. So you just flipping the contract. Now, when you come to the land flipping side, if you find a lot for 60 and you could see on the market it could sell for 90, instead of 70 or what your builder's paying, this is just an example, then you can find the funds or use your own funds to take the deal down, go ahead and list it on the retail market, the MLS, right? And then find a retail buyer to pay 90. So instead of making 10 on the assignment, you might make 30 buying it and reselling it, land flipping, right? So when it comes to infill lots, it still works. There's still a couple builders out there that are doing well in Florida. There's still people killing it. But I just noticed that me personally, I've always liked to do the same amount of effort and make a bigger profit, because it's the same thing. Whether you're making a $500 assignment fee or a $50,000 assignment fee, it's the same process. So when I do my market research, I run it that way. And now we're jumping into markets where there might not be so much building going on from national builders, and that's what I personally like. I like to look at the cash buyers in a certain market and see that there's zilch national builders, right? Most of the players are local, mom and pop builders trying to come up, trying to get in the game, building true relationships, right? Because a lot of the builders I was working with, the DR, the Holiday, a lot of them on pause, right? This is the update in 2025. We are halfway through the year. We still doing well, you know what I'm saying? All glory to God. We're still getting deals closed. We're still flipping a couple land flips. You know, we're able to do pretty good. So we just bought one for 120. We're hoping to sell it for around 250. So minus expenses, we should be around 80-90%. And those are the deals we like to get into. Now, we're not always finding these great deals, but it varies. It depends how much you're marketing and how consistent you are with your follow-ups, right? So it's the same play. But wholesaling land, you know, you could see it. Those that are out here that said they were wholesaling last year, probably don't hear from them. They probably not speaking a lot about it because they only learned one strategy. And that one strategy stopped working for them. It wasn't as easy. They ended up going and parting ways with the business, quitting and trying something else, which is okay. But as a business owner, what I'm trying to get to is the mindset of understanding how to overcome these things in any endeavor, family, right? So if it gets slow, you're just going to quit, or you're going to find different exit strategies. You're going to find different markets. You're going to find different marketing strategies, right? So you can get in front of these sellers, because no matter what you feel and what you're going through and what, you know, the struggles that we are facing, there's somebody out there that's going to be closing deals. So you got to switch your mentality to understand, okay, a lot of these builders are on pause. What do I do next? A lot of us are still doing it well. In the high value inner circle, we still closing deals. We still doing land flips. We still gathering together as a family to get information from different sources and bring it back so we can continue to grow. Yeah, family. You know, it's learn different markets. Florida, is not the only market. You could copy and paste this in different states, right? And just expand your mind. Keep learning. Keep being a student to the game. I'm still a student of the game. I tell my students all the time, I'm still a student. I'm still being mentored as well, because as a teacher, you got to be taught. You got to continue to grow. So yeah, family, that's what we on. You know what I'm saying? 2025, we still trying to grow. I'm thinking about different exit strategies as well. I'm getting creative because we have the most important skill. I want y'all to remember that, family. Those that are getting into the land business are already in the land businesses. We know how to find land at a discounted price, off market, whatever it might be. That's the foundation. Before you can build a house, before you can put a manufactured home on there, before you can do entitlement, you have to find the land. And the person that controls the land has the power. So we have the most essential skill, family. So we just need to remember that and go ahead and try to find out different exit strategies and get creative. All you were taught to do was go ahead and look at Zillow, look at the last 30 days, see if there's new construction being built, and your builder that you were depending on slows down. How do you pivot? I'm asking you, I want y'all to think about this, okay? If this builder falls off, what are you going to do next? So just continue to persevere. You know, it's a message of encouragement that there, in any business, there's different seasons, there's cycles. So to understand this is to be prepared. If things go slow, right? I was telling one of my brothers that I taught how to do land. He's doing well. He found a great buyer. And then his buyer was so steady that he went ahead and invested in his first mailer. And in his first mailer, he spent about probably like $500 and he closed 3 deals, close to $18,000, right? And it's just copy and paste. We just got to continue to persevere, family, and just understand that there's always a way. Never get discouraged. I used to do that, you know, when things got slow. I had a 6-figure month, then I'm not closing any deals, and you're on a roller coaster. But the goal is to be content and grateful during any circumstance, right? So understanding that it's moving in faith and not worrying about the past or the future, but just being grateful for the present moment and controlling the controllables. So real talk, the information, the wholesaling vacant land is out there for free, right? But it's more of a mindset thing, an accountability thing to truly persevere and to truly get the skills to lead by example. So understanding that, you know, I got to take initiative to learn the things that I do not know, so my business can continue to grow even when things are slow. Damn, I didn't even mean for it to hit like that. I pray y'all continue to grow, continue to surround yourself with people that are winning, and focus on your own journey. You know, something I had to do in the last recent months was to get off of social media and truly focus, because I started to find myself comparing myself to others, worrying about what other people are doing instead of focus on my mission and my journey and my business and my family, right? So I had to go ahead and remove that, and then things started falling into place. Closed like 4 or 5 assignments, and then a land flip, which was around 50, so it was close to 100 piece, and, you know, and all glory to God for that. Then I got back on social media, then I started to see things. So I'm starting to find the balance between being at service, but understanding that we're here to, you know, feed and nurture our business and to make sure we're consistent in that as well. Make sure we're winning in real life. Don't, you know, we don't have to pretend. We don't have to keep up with the Joneses and worry about all that stuff. We have our own stuff in front of us. So don't feel like you need to be farther or you're not where you need to be. You're exactly where you need to be, and you have all the resources that you need to be successful. Mindset of abundance to continue winning and moving forward, right? So I pray this helps you. I pray this message encourages you, family. In any way I could be at service, please let me know. Wholesaling land, it still works. You know, it's still doing well. And we just got to continue to persevere and to keep God first, family. So I appreciate y'all, and blessings on your journey. Peace.